Hype, bringing you some more Destiny content on the Animal Instincts Gaming channel, and this is the weekly Nightfall strike, 17th strike, 16th week, and already we're back facing Omnigul. I was not expecting that. I was actually kind of thinking it was going to be tomorrow strike, but whatever, this is what it is. So as usual, we have epic, highly shielded, and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Nightfall, you die, you're done. This week's damage of choice, solar burn, so we're going to go in there solar heavy, which I'll show you the class setup here in a second. And we have angry, minions of the darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. And juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon, so make sure you go in there with your synthesis ready for war. Now here's the class setup. I'm going in with the warlock, with the vision of confluence. I'm going in with the icebreaker. And I'm going to go in against all odds. So let's do it. Let's get it done. And this time around, man, last time, if you guys watched Omnigul fight this strike, you know, it was tough. I don't know if it was because it was new. I mean, I'm sure that was part of it, obviously, but I don't know. The enemies just didn't seem that hard to deal with this time. So anyways, we're going to bring you right in here, and in this beginning part, we're just going to fly right through this beginning, right when you land in, and right when you get to these top of the steps. This is where you're pretty much going to spend this whole first area right here. You're going to hold down, just stand in this doorway. You're slowly going to have to progress forward and peek out of there, but you mainly want to just, you know, stay pretty much right where I'm at right here. The good thing about this time around as opposed to last time is that the light switch isn't there. So, you know, if you get knifed by one of those samurai guys, you're not necessarily going to die the first time around. So that definitely helps out a little bit. So the strike all in all took about 40 minutes to do solo, and mainly because, you know, a lot of the enemies, when you do a little bit of damage to them, if you knock their shields down, they will they'll hide back, they'll heal up, man. So it's time consuming. You just got to be patient and get it done. You know, that's what you're here for. And also, you know, at the end, I kind of got an idea, man. I'd like to throw Bungie a little proposal, you know, whatever you want to call it. If you guys want to jump ahead to where I get the rewards and see what I'm talking about, then go right ahead. I don't want to ruin it, going to hold it down and wait until then. But I think it would be a good idea, man. I think it would definitely make these Nightfalls a lot more, I don't know, worthy, I guess. But anyways, we'll get to that when we get to that. And also another new thing that I'm going to be bringing into these, which I've seen on other channels, is where, you know, I'll be loading up a comment later on in the video when I'm at like a spot where the video is just speeding up. I'm going to select a comment from the previous week's Nightfall, random comment from anybody, and upload it on here, man, and talk about it a little bit. Alright, so right here, this is pretty much, I'm just going to speed it up because this is pretty much it. This is the whole wave right here, whatever you want to call it. It's just standing in this room, slowly taking out the enemies one by one. If you get hit, back up, heal up. Obviously, if you're with a team, you can play a little bit more aggressive. You know, I'm not with a team, and usually when I do these strikes, I try to do them without dying. You know, that's because I'm solo, and I'm showing you that if I can do it with a warlock without dying, then, you know, you should be able to do it with any character without dying, as long as you follow the same steps and patterns that I do. So that's all this is right here, is slowly killing the enemies until you'll hear, you know, the hive, they'll end up coming out. And you gotta watch out for the skanks. They weren't as hard to kill this time around because they had the solar shields. So they were everything, it went pretty well. You know, it really did, except for it was just time consuming. That's all I really can say about this. Obviously, if you're with a team, you'll probably be able to get through it a little bit quicker because, you know, you can actually push out in this room with a couple of guys, leave one guy back to, in case stuff gets out of hand and somebody needs to be revived, he can pick them up. You know, leave a hunter back, he can go invisible and pick somebody up. So there comes the hive, taking all them out, using the heavy, trying to get it done a little bit quicker, speed things up a little bit here. And then coming up here, you'll hear whatever, Iris, you'll hear her say keep pushing forward or something, you know, something along those lines. And when she says that, and I'm going to slow the video back down for a second, you kind of want to be aimed at this doorway because there's going to be a few fallen that come through there. And if you take them out, you know, just enough to kind of clear a path for you, then you don't have to stick around and kill everything. So once you hear that, you know, then it opens up. I think there's lasers. And right there, she just said it, so that's what I'm doing. I'm aiming down, taking out a few of these, and it's just going to make it so that I'm not taking as much damage. And that's it. I'm not going to stick around and kill every last one of them. There's no point trying to shed a little bit of time off of it, which what's it going to do? Save, you know, 30 seconds to a minute, but whatever. Every second counts, you know? Got 2 more characters to get this done with, so. But then you see there, I just run forward, and there's still a few enemies left back there. And so what? They won't chase you. They won't bother you. They're back there. They're done. Now, right here in this room, it's kind of the same thing as the last one. And basically, that's the way it is. That's how you have to approach these strikes, especially when doing it solo, is that, you know, you don't have nobody to back you up if you die, you know, so you don't want to be out there in the thick of things and getting shot from multiple directions. And there we go. There's a Let's Play. Shout out to DG Nick inviting me to play a game, but, you know, I do these things solo in the morning. Maybe I'll get up with him and run if he's ready for it. I know he's got a good character up the level, but if he's ready for it, I'll run it with him the second time around, or maybe the third time. So right here, once you kill a couple things, you're going to have a couple skanks coming in, and you're also going to have the invisible samurais. Now, they're the ones that you kind of got to watch out for, and hey, they give me a run for my money right here. I actually do almost go down because I killed that one there, but then one sneaks up on me, and I'm jumping around. I get hit, jump again, and as I'm like flying, I land down right here, and boom, he hits me again. It's like sharks, you know, piranhas or something. I don't know. They're attacking my feet. So I'm kind of jumping around, a little bit of a panic mode, just trying to heal up. And that's all you got to do. You know, just stay off the ground basically with them, and you'll get it done. You'll take them out. And then after you take them out, and it's from this doorway, you're just sniping everything from a distance, clearing out all the enemies one by one. A few ships are going to drop in. And there you go. I just completed a bounty. That's another thing. Make sure you got some bounties that are going to fit the strike, you know. I think I came in here with something about the fallen ultras and fallen leaders or something like that. I came in with 9,000 without dying and a few other ones, but whatever. Make sure you come in, you know, with some bounties. Get them done. And always, you know, on these nightfalls, have it be the first thing that you do, because after you do this, you get credited more points for everything else that you do later that day and all week. So, you know, Tuesday when you hop on Destiny, don't do some bounties and try and level up this gun, because, you know, you're losing out on points. First thing you do the nightfall. Do the nightfall with some bounties assigned. Then when you turn in them bounties are going to be worth more points. So moving on right here, that's still the same thing. That's why I got it sped up a little bit here, just slowly clearing out these enemies. And you'll see, you know, there's been a few ships dropping in, and they'll still drop in, so you don't really want to go out there until all the ships are done flying in. And then once they're done, make sure when you go out here you turn around, because there's a sniper up on that ledge and he's there every time. And then once you're out here, there's a main guy that you do have to kill before you can progress to the next, you know, next step of this, the next portion of the mission. But, you know, you're probably going to end up having to kill more than him just to be safe. And he actually ended up almost taking me out here, but he didn't. I didn't have to use the self-resurrection this time around. So, and this character's a little over level 30. So basically, you know, it's just, if I can get it done without using the self-resurrection with a warlock, then you should be able to get it done with a titan, with a bubble, or whatever the case may be. My hunter's actually a higher level, so it probably would have went a little bit easier and faster if I used my hunter, but I had already had the icebreaker and stuff on this character, so I didn't want to, you know, waste the time switching the vault and doing all that stuff. So there you go, the main guy's dead, and then you just want to kill the drag in this room. There's still a couple enemies left to the right, but I don't even bother with them. Once the passageway's clear, I'm gone. You know, and right here through all this, you don't have to sit there and fight none of that. You're no longer in the darkness, and there's nothing out there. They're all lower levels. They really can't hurt you anyway. So you just want to keep it moving, and then coming up right here, this is where we're gonna have our little Omnigul encounter, the Will of Crota. Well, we're about to take Crota's will right away from him. So after you shoot her, or it, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna say her. It looks like there's boobs there. I don't know, could be wrong. You're gonna hear her scream, and once she screams, she's spawning in, you know, summoning up some hive, and that's when you want to be ready. And with all these, through each part, if you back up to a certain point, they won't keep chasing after you, so keep that in mind. And that's a little bit behind this doorway right here. See how nothing's coming after me, and I can slowly go out, take them out one by one safely, and then advance to the next step. And you're going to see that's the same thing for the next portion, and I don't have to back up all the way to this doorway again. It's only going to be backing up a little bit. So right here, when you hit this turn, the first thing you're going to want to do is take out these wizards. And last time they were very hard to kill, and this time around, boom, that one's done in 2 shots. This one takes a little bit more because I don't land the precision shots, but they're still done. And that was one of the hardest parts in there. So definitely go in there with a great sniper. If you don't have the icebreaker, you know, anything that's really high power with solar damage, you should be fine. If you have any questions at all, if you're struggling at any part in this, feel free, drop a comment in the comment section, and maybe I can help you walk through it, or maybe someone else in there that's watching this video needs a hand too, and you guys can team up. So right there, after you shoot her, she screams again. She spawns in the ogre and some knights, and the ogre's pretty easy to take out. He's not really nothing to worry about. You snipe him a few times and he's gone. And then you see where I backed up there, how the knights were backing up the other way. So that's what I was saying earlier. Know where that spot is, you know, utilize that to your advantage. Just like you see how when you're shooting these knights, they back up, you know, they back up a lot to get their shields back. And that's why some of this is pretty time consuming, because a lot of times the enemies are running from you. So just play it safe, play it smart. And there's a couple of enemies left after you get this part cleared out, and I'm just going to speed that up until we get to Omnigul, because it's just staying back, clearing them out one by one, slowly progressing, hitting them from a distance, and that's all you got to do. It's pretty easy. This is still, in my opinion, one of the harder strikes, but it's definitely not as hard as what it was. And I know part of that is because it's familiar, being familiar with it, knowing what's coming next. Another part is, you know, I'm slightly higher level than what I was last time around, and I do think that the solar damage actually helped. You know, look at that, hitting him for 20 grand. That's a hell of a shot right there. So right here in this spot, if you kind of get familiar with, you know, where all the enemies are, each time, each new spawn, they're all going to be they're the same, you know. You're going to have that knight back there. You're going to have these Thrall that come after you. You're going to have the acolytes. So right here, if you jump up onto this ledge, you can take out a lot of the stuff safely from here without having to worry about it down there. Also, if you do back up further into that doorway that we first came into, everything will walk back. So there's 2 spots. You know, sometimes you're in a jam, you know, everything gets a little chaotic, and you go to jump up here and you hit that pillar or whatever, and you don't make the jump. Just remember, you can always back up to that doorway and you'll be fine. And that's all this is right there. Snipe them. You know, if you got a heavy, strong enough, powerful enough sniper, you can knock their shields down and stop them from healing up and kill them a lot quicker, which you'll see a couple times here. But once I get to, all I'm doing is just clearing out all these enemies so that it's basically just me and Omnigul. And then, you know, I'm going to speed things up here in a second, just until I get to the last wave with Omnigul, and you can see, you know, it's gonna be the same thing every time, and that's why I'm gonna speed it up. And it's really gonna help you if you clear out all the enemies. Don't even worry about her yet. You see how I didn't even look that night? All these nights where you see them, they're gonna be there every time. And each wave is gonna start after you do a certain amount of damage to Omnigul. She's gonna scream, so make sure you can hear. And then when she screams, you come back into this room and clear everything out, just like you did the wave prior to that. Now, once she gets to about half health, then them Thrall, the ones that explode, the cursed Thrall, they're gonna spawn in. Now, they'll spawn in without her screaming, so make sure you're aware that they spawn in that room, that first room that you walk into, in the little doorway there. So if you're in there, you know, make sure that you're prepared for that and you can hear them and you're aware of that. And it's right when she gets to about half health, maybe a little bit more, maybe somewhere around 3/4 health. But right there, she screamed, so I'm pulling back and I'm going to kill all the enemies just like how this all started. And I think you got to do this about a total of three, maybe 4 times, depending on, you know, what you're using and how many good shots you get on or when you're out there. But right here, I'm just going to speed it up, and you can just see, you know, it's basically they're all the same, pretty much the same patterns. You know, they come in the same amount of waves, same spots, and you just got to play it out the same way each time. Like I said earlier, light switch isn't on, so if you get knifed, you know, you're not necessarily going to die right away, so you don't have so much to worry about. Right there, the second time around and the third, each time after the first time, the wizards spawn in, and sometimes they will come off of that, we'll call it the stage area in the middle, and come out and get you. So be aware that, being that it was solar damage choice and they have solar shields, they weren't too hard to deal with. So, but you definitely want to get them out of the way as soon as possible and make sure everything is dead, and then it's just you and Omnigul again, and you can do as much damage as you can to her. And I think somewhere right about here is where the cursed Thrall are going to end up coming out, and you'll see that. And that's it. It's the same thing, man. Just follow these steps and you should have no problem, regardless of a team or solo, beating this strike. Really, I mean, it's definitely there they are. There's the Thrall coming in, and I turn around, kill them. A couple more, they'll come after you from the other side of the map, but just be prepared for them. Know that they're there, know that they're coming, and you shouldn't have a problem. Then I come out, get a few more shots on her before she screams. Then it's the same thing. Come back in this room, clear everything out, and go back out there again. And I will slow it back down on the final, you know, the final wave, just so you can see how everything's done one more time in regular speed, just so you can get a better idea of exactly where the spawns are with everything and how many things are going to be there and whatnot. So yeah, but this I don't know, man. Like I said, I still don't think that this was a lot easier than last time, and I don't think it's really because of the level that I'm at. I'm not that much of a higher level. It's not like I'm a 31 or a 32. Coming up right here, this is going to be there we go, comment of choice from the last strike. Fly So High, shout out to him. Good video, but that's not crota. I laughed every time you said it. Good job, man. And you laughed every time I said it, and I laughed when I read your comments, so it made it up here. And thanks for the support. And yeah, last time around, if you guys didn't see the last video right here, Omnigul, the Willa Crota, I was just calling her, you know, Crota, which, as we know, Crota is the guy, the main at the end of the raid, you know, but this is Crota's Will right here. But anyway, shout out to you, my friend, and thanks for watching. And I'm going to start doing that from now on the Nightfalls. Seen it done on other channels and just thought, you know, it was a great way to get you guys involved, man. And really that's what I like to do, is try and, you know, connect with you guys and keep in touch with you guys in the comments and whatever else, whether it be even on Xbox, you know, partying up. I've already played and ran with quite a few subs, and I have no problem doing that as long as, you know what I mean, we have the time and we can get on the same page. But, you know, that's one of the things I'm going to be doing from here on out. So for a chance for yours to be in the next video, just drop a comment, man. And doesn't matter, it can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be something funny or whatever, you know. It's just going to be random every time, you know. So just feel free to leave a comment on whatever your thoughts and your thinking, you know. And that's about it, man. So just winding it down, bringing her health down, and I'll slow it down when we get to the last wave. And then coming up, when we coming up with the idea, little proposal to Bungie. So hopefully you guys can share this video, thumbs up, do all that you can do to get as many people as possible to see this video, so that Bungie can hear this idea and hopefully make it happen, man. I think it's fair. I think it'll definitely make things a little more exciting. I mean, for me, you know, I don't know. I think it's a good idea, and I don't see why it would be an issue or hard to implement into the game, you know. But that's coming up in just a moment. So stick around or speed up if you want, whatever. It's up to you. Feel free to do what you want. I'm just going to watch this through, listen to this music as we are taking Crota, the will of Crota. There you go, fly high. I said it one more time for you. Called her Crota, but that's Omnigul and her cronies, her minions of the darkness. Well, actually, I guess they're not hers, even though she's the one summoning them in. I guess they all are for Crota, but Crota got his too, man. I'm still not really that good at defeating Crota yet. I have beaten it once. Have no problem making it through the first few steps, but usually Crota, he can be a battle sometimes, man. Someone goes down and then the oversoul comes in. So here it is. This is the last little wave right here. That's why I'm bringing it back down in real time. Seeing the spawns. She screamed. Everything spawned in. There's that same knight that we've been seeing the whole damn time. He's in the same spot. Got the same acolytes on the right. So basically I stay back, try and clear out that whole right side, and then I'll hop up onto this ledge and clear out everything on this left. Man, I think I was watching it in fast speed so long that now it seems like it's playing in slow motion, but this isn't slow motion, this is real time. I think I'll have to double check that. No, I'm just kidding. So there you go. Knight comes in, tries to knife me, just hop up onto that ledge. You can kill all them, take him out easily from there. And I know at this point, you know, I got Omnigul. She's down to like one shot. And I would love nothing more than to just rush right there, hit her with 2 snipes, and be done. But, you know, when you get impatient, that's how mistakes are made, you know. And you're already this far. I mean, I still do have a self-resurrection in the bag. But, like I said, I try not to use them. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But I really try not to use it, just so that you guys can see if you don't have a warlock, or if you're doing it with a character other than a warlock, whatever the case may be, you can see that it can be done regardless without that self-resurrection. And right there, I mean, there's a couple times I get close to going down, but I don't. Stay on my feet, take out Omnigul. Look at that, another 20 plus grand. That's some damage right there. Maybe that was the problem last time. I didn't have a sniper that was quite this powerful. No, I'm sure that helped out. But anyways, see right here, this is why I kind of ran back, so you can see this way too. If you don't have time to jump up on that ledge, you can just pull back into this doorway, and you'll see, look, he just backs off. Once you get to a certain point, they back off, and you can take them out. So, you know, if you want to play it that way, if you want to just bait them in and back up and bait them in, you can play it that way, as opposed to jumping up on that ledge. Because sometimes, you know, whatever, the jump just doesn't work right. you get hung up on something, and then you're standing there getting shot when you were expecting to be up on that ledge. So right here, I'm just trying to clear out. I know I got her done, you know, down to one shot, but all the rest of these enemies, they're kind of they're not complying with what I want done right here. I want to kill them, then put that final shot in. And I end up just, you know, once I know that it's pretty safe, a lot of them, there still are a lot of other enemies left. You do want to be careful after the first and the second wave. This little ledge that I'm on right here, right through the doorway, that's straight ahead to the right. There's another ledge where night spawns in up there. You could have seen it. If not, then take a look back when his video was sped up a little bit. I do kill him a couple of times so you can see exactly where I'm talking about. Just be aware of him. Don't kill everything and then run out there shooting Omnigul and then get hit in the back from him. He's there now. I'm not worried about him. I know he's there, and look at Omnigul's health. I just want to kill Omnigul. And right, I think coming up, I got a bow there because I'm getting shot at. And that boomer over to the right, man, he was just non-stop spraying. And I even tried hitting him a couple times just to get him to shield up to stop. But right now, I just want to kill Omnigul. I'm like, she's got absolutely no health left. If I kill her, everything else disappears, and it's done. It's the end of the mission. But at the same time, I don't want to die, you know? Came this way, this far, without dying. Don't want to die now. But we get it done, guys. We get it done. Right there, I'm looking for that boomer, and there's Omnigul, and you're done. Boom. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any problems with this or need any, you know, anything, any questions, drop a comment. I try to always respond the best that I can, you know, as long as I have the time and you know, I can get back to you. So right here, what do I get? Oh man, you know, some people may be thinking, you got an exotic, that's cool. No, for one, this exotic weapon is not good. It should not be an exotic. Legendary, okay, that's fine, but it's not good. Another thing is, this is what Zer just had. He just had this. I bought it, wasted 17 coins on it just so I could have it, and this is what he came with. So this is where my idea comes in effect, and hopefully Bungie somehow, some way, this makes it to you. Right now, you press Y to continue to back out of there. How about give us the option to press X or A or, you know, square on PS, whatever, on PlayStation, square, whatever, circle, doesn't matter, any button, you get the point. 2 strange coins for a re-roll and get a chance to get another reward. I don't know. 1 time, 2 times, whatever. 1 time's better than no times. Give us another shot at getting a different reward if we get something that we don't like. I think that would be awesome. I don't know. In the comment section, guys, let me know what you think. As always, guys, if you like this video in any kind of way, please leave a thumbs up. If you find it helpful, leave a thumbs up. In the comment section, leave your comments. Let me know how it worked out for you. Let me know what you got. Anything, whatever. Say hello. I'll say hello back. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe. Got plenty of content coming your way. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Animals, it's your boy Hype. We out.